Peace, 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 peace. With the hair grease, peace and welcome. Peace and welcome. I am Nine, and welcome to my YouTube channel. I am Nine at your top. And if you haven't already, I ain't jumping to conclusions and don't know your business like that. But if you haven't already, hit subscribe. Mess with me. I'm your peeps. Fuck with me because you stuck with me. Hit subscribe. Hit notification. Hit like. And drop some comments, dialogue. Become part of the video. You know what I mean? I consider that becoming part of the video when you dropping your content with me. So, Volume 2 of Tales from the Hood. It's what I was going to originally name it. But it's so many Tales from the Hood. When y'all looking for my stories, I want you to go directly to it. So I'm going to flip it to Volume 2, Tales from my Hood. Yeah. So, I'm 17 years old, right? Walking through the apartments. I'm on the west side of Oklahoma City. You know what I mean? 17, you know what I'm saying? Chuck Tailored up, dickied up, bandana, you know, pocket full of money. You can't tell me nothing. I'm out here on the grind. So I'm mobbing through the apartments. I see this bass head. His name's Keith Sweat. I still ain't got to run into my mans. His name is Keith Sweat. I knew him from when I was little. He used to work with my auntie and my mom and them. So like when they used to function on the weekend, he used to be around. He used to be like the life of the party, the jewelried up dude with the drinks on him. And they called him Keith Sweat because he favored Keith Sweat. So at the time, what a life. Yeah, he was kind of like the life of the party, you know, giving all the kids dollars and bearing gifts. So I remembered him when I was little. So as I got older, I ran back into him. And I remembered him. And when we seen each other, he remembered me. And instead of calling me Lil Nine like everybody else called me Lil Nine, he called me by my government name. You feel me? So like, that was already something that I had against me. He knew my real name. You feel me? So like, you know what I'm saying? We did business and whatever. So like, off and on. One day he just was like, asked me like, man, I know you can do little stuff, but can you mess with big stuff? You know what I mean? I know you young and stuff around here. You probably can't even mess with this. You know, he juiced me up. He messed with my ego. Because I really wasn't messing with nothing big. You feel what I'm saying? I was grinding. I was stacking. I wasn't the weight man. I was going to the weight man. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm like, what you mean? What you trying to get? He was like, man, I got my partner, man. He gets money from out of town, from the country. And you know what I'm saying? Like, we be taxing him. When he come through, you know, the prices out there is way outrageous. So we tax him. So, you know, greed already got me. I'm like, you taxing me? Like, yeah, this much for the quarter, this much for the half. I'm like, is that right? I'm like, hell yeah. So basically, with the tax, I'll be getting like a couple hundred extra on the dollar. So I'm with it. Like, hell yeah. Sure, I can handle it. Hit me up. So, a few days later or whatever, I get a call. It's Keith Sweat. Like, hey man, come through the apartment. You know, so I smashed up over there. I'm like, I'm on my way. You know what I'm saying? I smashed up over there. I'm like, what's up with y'all? What's up? He had somebody in there with him. You know what I'm saying? It was Keith Sweat, his girlfriend, and the new dude. You feel what I'm saying? This is how they get in your crevices. This is how the new people get in your crevices. They have to be introduced to somebody. Keith Sweat introduced my mans to me. Jewelried up, tattooed up, you know what I'm saying? From out of town, you know what I mean? And he paid extra. So he you know what I'm saying? He wanted to get a half. So I sold him a half. Taxed him a couple hundred. It was something that caught my attention. Like, he was riding with a scale. Like, you know, when I was doing my dance up in Michigan, I know it's a whole case by itself to have a scale on you, to do your dirt. So to ride with a scale is a case by itself. So my mans was riding with a scale. And from out of town, I'm young and already thinking like this. I'm like, dang, man, you ride with a scale from out of town? You know, he was witty, crafty. Yeah, he said, yeah, man, you know, I've been getting fucked over so much, I be wanting to make sure everything right. So I'll take chances to make sure, you know what I'm saying, it's money. So I felt him like, all right, man, be careful with that. You know what I'm saying? Because the Jakes will get you. So we waited up. He was making sure everything was on the dollar. You know what I'm saying? The scale was right on the tip. We exchanged business, and I went on by my way. You know, like a few months down the line, I'm mobbing through the apartments, the same apartments, and I'm with my homie. We ain't gonna say his name, but I'm with my homie. And we mobbing through the apartments, we mobbing through the apartments. He get a call. It's from Keith Sweat. He like, oh yeah, this Keith Sweat. He trying to get some. I'm like, Keith Sweat, that's my, when you in the game and you got like custos, base heads, or whatever you got, you like, we be trying to take ownership of him. Like, man, that's mine. Who you be? So I'm racing him to his cell. So we get to the apartment, you know what I'm saying? They let us in. And I'm looking like, damn, it's the same dude I dealt with, same people, Keith Sweat and his woman. And I kind of got an attitude. I'm like, dang, I hooked y'all up. Y'all don't call me. Y'all didn't call me. You said you know what I'm saying? We locked in. And my man was like, yeah, man, I wasn't even trying to do you like that. I called, you know what I mean? And I asked around. My peoples wanted different stuff, so I was just trying to try something different, man. It ain't nothing against you. I was kind of salty. I'm looking at Keith Sweat like, you gonna call this nigga, not me? You feel what I'm saying? That's the mentality I had. You feel me? That's how I'm thinking. So Keith Sweat looking at me like, my bad, I got you next time. So I'm like, all right, whatever. So I got like a little attitude or whatever. I got my hammer on me, and I put it on I put my hammer for intimidation. I put it on the counter, you know what I'm saying? Over there rolling up some trees. You know what I'm saying? Away from where they got the, you know what I'm saying, the drugs at. So the homie I'm with, or shall I say that, you know what I'm saying, I'm with him, he's short. He threw a quarter on there. He's short. He only got 6 grams. He's short. So now he looking at me like, fuck with me. I'm like, cause my man's want all his shit. You feel what I'm saying? He want every gramski. So now they short. I'm looking like, nah. I'm looking like, yeah, y'all need me now. You know what I'm saying? Y'all need me now. I'm looking like I shouldn't even fuck with y'all. But me being who I am, chasing the money, that's what I'm in the game for. That's what I was in the game for, greedy. I'm like, yeah, all right. Give me 300 for this one Greasam. You know what I'm saying? Like 300. Damn, he peeled me off. I put a gram on there to make it even. You feel what I'm saying? And we smash out. Hold on, let me take a break. So like a month down the line, the female I was messing with, her cousin, was asking me about like, hey, you know about some dude from out of town that be coming through, I'm like, Brian working. I'm like, yeah, dude got money. I'm like, how you know I know him? He said, because he said that he done dealt with you. I'm like, damn, he put our business out there? She like, yeah. I'm like, she like on some gold digging shit. So she basically like, I already done went out with him and all that. I'm like, you done went out with him? She like, he done took me out and all that. Shopping. I'm like, oh, word. I'm like, milk him. That's what I be on. So she like, yeah, say less. And like a month from there, for some reason I didn't spend the night at I had my own apartment. Well, not my own apartment. Me and the female that I was with, we had our own apartment, and her and my sister that's flying high, they was friends and they went out that night. So I ended up spending the night at my sister's house, falling asleep on the couch, waiting on them to come back in. So we ended up spending the night there, too faded to drive home. Like 7, 8 that morning, the marshals kick in my sister's door. Surrounded everywhere, dragged me out. You know what I'm saying? Got the whole block surrounded. Drugged me out, cuffed me up. Asking me where the gun at, describing the gun I had. I'm like, I ain't got no gun. What y'all mean? Because remind you, I'm not in my house. I'm at my sister's house. It's kids and stuff. Like, so they looking for the gun. They be like, man, we found the gun. We taking the kids and all that. Tell us where the gun. I don't know what they talking about. I'm like, damn, y'all doing all this for a sweep, tickets? Because where I'm from, when they like close to holidays around this time, they come around doing sweeps to make people bond out to get extra money. And I had like some little tickets. Never had no case before. So I'm like, what y'all on? I ain't never caught a case or nothing. So I don't even know why y'all in here like this for. Excuse me. So, but anyway, yeah. So like they like, you got 2 counts of trafficking. You know what I'm saying? Trafficking, what? Yeah, trafficking cocaine. I'm like, man, get out of here. They slammed the picture, you know what I'm saying, against the glass. Said wanted. You know what I'm saying? 2 counts of trafficking. Fast, you know what I'm saying? Fast forward, they smashed me out. But I don't even go downtown. They smashed me out back to the apartments on the west side that I told you I'd be at. I'm like, damn, what they bring me here for? And then it's a whole 2 or 3 other paddy wagons with like 20 police was over there. Like while they was hitting my sister's house, they hit the apartments over there. So now I'm looking like like a few people that I associate with, they in police cars on everything. So they smashed us downtown. I'm sitting on the bench for a minute. Like, don't know what's going on. Like, literally, I felt like I had to get caught with some drugs to have a trafficking. Like, I didn't know the game about this part of the game. So, like, I'm sitting there, and Rashida, they bring her next to me. She crying like a motherfucker. I'm like, the female I was telling y'all that she was asking about him, and they started going dating and shit. So I'm like, what's wrong? She like, she already been to the pen before she was older. And she was like, if I trafficking, I'm gonna have life sentences if I get. And I'm like, man, we ain't even get caught with nothing. What the fuck? So we sitting there. I'm like, I tell the police I gotta use the bathroom. They ain't trying to tell you. I'm like, oh, y'all bitch motherfucker, I got to going in on them. Like I said, y'all take these cuffs off, whatever. You know, I got talking my shit. They came, took the cuffs off. We fought. They kicked my ass, threw me in the hole. So I'm back there like 2 hours. They come and drag me back out, threw me back on the bench, cuffed me up, and I'm sitting there. And here comes somebody approaching me. The door is open. Here come a black dude approaching me in a suit and tie with a holster empty because, you know, they can't have the guns on them in the county. Walk up to me, no tattoos, know what I'm saying, visible, none of that shit, and shake and look at me and was like, uncuff him. It was like my heart dropped to my legs because this is the nigga I've been serving, the niggas we been serving. Now he the straight police, look different and everything. Threw me in the room. I know what I'm saying, I'm in shock, like damn, I don't know nothing. But I remember my nigga Sebo used to say plead the fifth, the music we listen to, the movies and shit used to be, they don't be on that now. But they be already telling you what to do. I pled the fifth right then. He was mad, he asked me, do I remember him? Like, nah, you know what I'm saying? So you don't remember me, it was him and it was another dude, he introduced himself, Sergeant Martinez and his partner. And I said I didn't remember him. Then they slapped pictures on the table of the homie that I told you I took his cell. He's like, where is he at? And they slapped pictures of us walking and all that. Who is he? We'll drop all this. I'm like, I don't know. They kept pressing the issue because they got the tape recorder and everything going, just drilling me. I'm like, I don't know. They like, who is he? I'm saying, I don't know. They like, all right. That's when I remembered the fifth. I'm like, damn, what the fuck to say? I got a lawyer? Yeah, we'll get you a lawyer. I plead the fifth. You know what I'm saying? So literally, he got pissed off. He said, gonna make it hard for me. 17. You know what I'm saying? I bounded off till I was 18. They gave me 2 traffickings, my trafficking and the homies that I didn't tell on trafficking. I stayed in there and fought in the county and fought the case 2 years with no sunlight, no nothing. On murder pile, had me on the murder pile for 2 years, sleeping around murderers, robbers, all violent offenders, having to do my dance and get my respect around them, and auto on my first offense, and went to court and ended up with 30 years. 2 counts of trafficking, 15, and I had a CDS, which gave me 10. They ran one of the 10s in with the 15, and I had 30 years. Had to go back to get both 15s ran together. 15 trafficking, 15 years taken out of my life. And all I had really had got was maybe like $200, $200 or $300 extra. But I kept it real. I got my respect. I didn't tell on nobody. And that's just what happened. And it's crazy because the person that set me up was close like family. Been knowing me since I was a kid. Keith Sweat brought the police to me, introduced me to him. And that's what it is. When you in the streets, they can't just come to you. So it's always somebody you know that brings them to you and introduce them to you, and you feel comfortable because you got love for the person that brought them to you, or you got respect, or like feel like you can trust the person they brought to you, and that's how they get to you. And they expect you to take other people down. They try to get you and to take other people down, to bring down a whole organization. And when they see that you not cut like that to tell on people, you become another victim of circumstances and sent up the river. So, moral of the story, trust nobody and weigh out your pros and cons. Is it worth it? And that's just the conclusion of Tales from the Hood.